In this lesson, we'll discuss mechanical settings specifically for pipe. So to see these standards for piping, let's go to the Systems tab on the ribbon. Then on the mechanical drop-down, if I click the mechanical drop-down below mechanical panel, you'll actually see the mechanical settings window appear. Now on the mechanical settings window, you have three things at the highest level. One is if you can line control, basically showing in MEP regardless of the system, vector pipe. These are how the lines would be dictated or shown. Now depending on if you're using a standard for millimeters, metric, or English units, feet and inches, you would see the appropriate unit listed here in the value section. Let's look down though under piping settings. Zoom in and click pipe settings. These use the default values for your pipe system. Below that are angles. This is where you can allow Revit to use any angle within your piping system or specify specific angles to use within that layout. Well, angles are conversion, and this is basically defining in the layout of your piping system the main pipeline or any branches coming off of that, the standards that you'll actually use for that pipe type. You're also setting a default offset value as well. The system classification at the top, the drop-down, you can actually see the different types of piping systems that you can configure the main and the branch lines for. Wall conversion is segmenting sizes. This is where you're defining by material the type of sizes inside and outside diameter and where used piping segments. As you can see on the very top, I have a drop-down for a variety of different types of materials that are used with my piping. Below that is a table listing all of the allowable sizes I can use for the pipe segments. All the segments and sizes are fluids. And again, you have a drop-down on the very top of the different types of fluids and temperatures from which those fluids will flow through your actual pipes. Below fluids are slopes. These are the allowable slopes within your pipe system. And lastly are calculations. Calculations for pressure draw and also for flow when you're running an analysis within your pipe system. Then click OK. So the first thing you want to do is actually place these components in. Now what we'll do in this example is we'll place two of these yellow components. I can mouse over one of these pieces of the mechanical equipment, pause, and a tooltip will tell me what type of mechanical equipment it is. So basically I could see here, it's an actual basic heat supply element providing airflow and hydraulic water flow through your system. So let's go ahead and place one of these. To do this, let's go to the Systems tab on the ribbon, click Mechanical Equipment in the Mechanical panel. What will open next is the Properties drop-down on the very left, asking you to pick which actual mechanical component you want to place. Well, the ones that we just clicked on and we see in yellow on our screen is already highlighted. Basically, it's the horizontal high efficiency, 7 to 18 kilowatt, left return, right discharge unit. And we're going to choose the 11 kilowatt unit. One thing to note before we get started, let's look at the constraint area. Right now, the constraint is based on level 1. Anything I'm placing now from a mechanical standpoint has to be constrained to something. It could be a flood level, it could be a ceiling, it could be a law, or it could be another system. It could be found as something, or technically it may not be. And in this case, it is. The other thing you make note of is the offset. So if I'm placing this unit on level 1, I don't want it to sit on the floor, unless, of course, that's what your design dictated. What I would like this to do is be above the floor. After using millimeters, about 2,800 millimeters. If I'm using feet, mostly about 9 feet. So the other thing outside of the actual constraints that I may want to know is the rotation after placement. And you can easily rotate this using my rotate tool on the left line afterward, or I could check mark rotate after placement on the options panel, the options bar right now. Then select that. Now with that selected, with my level set and my offset value set, I can now move into my model and actually place these actual system elements. So when you click, you'll actually place it. The next thing it's going to prompt you to do is rotate it. So let's kind of go ahead and left click. And now what I can see is that I have the full capability to rotate this actual piece of mechanical equipment. So let's kind of rotate it 90 degrees. Look again. And now I can place another element. So I'm going to move my mouse to the right. and place another element over to the right, and I can make it in line with the current one, or I can align it a little later. Just go ahead and place them all. You can rotate this one 90 degrees. When I'm done placing these elements, simply click the modify button on your ribbon. Now to zoom in around one of these mechanical elements. When you zoom in, you'll see actually little protrusions sticking out. Try then click on the boundary or the outside edge of this mechanical equipment. But you actually see on little dots, or in this case, little pins that allow you to drag or connect various types of system elements. For example, in a previous lesson, we connected our HVAC ductwork. So you can see you have the ability to connect ductwork lines or systems into these actual ports or outlets or connectors. You also have the ability to connect your plumbing lines, and I see one here on the very right, which is an out. Can be a 20 millimeter diameter or dimension. You also have ones on the left where you could actually create systems coming out. There's also the electrical, which we'll cover in another lesson. To deselect this, just click in the background anywhere to deselect the element. Now you may ask, well, why are things yellow, blue, green, magenta, different colors? That has to do with the graphic override within this view. So if you don't have anything selected right now, and the properties area over on the left reads floor plan, click Visibility Graphics and Edit. This will open up the Visibility Graphics. Right now I can see on my Model tab, I have an override applied for yellow for any mechanical equipment. That's why my mechanical equipment shows yellow. If you go to Filters, the very last tab, you can actually see that I have colors predefined, in this case, with my mechanical supply, return, and other systems to display within my actual Revit model. You can go through and actually update or change any of these elements, overriding the default value for that actual view. All right, now those were mechanical. If I look at my filter list, I could turn on piping, and I could see all of my piping elements and all of the overrides for piping. Here I see the pipe fittings and pipes are green for lines. So that's what dictates the green color for my lines within my piping. I need to click OK.